That's good. We'll take you back 2 years. When you won here, it's your only PGA Tour win, and then after everything that you had to go through last year to get yourself back right, how good does it feel to be back here? And I know Hideki's run out there a little bit, but to put a few rounds together where, again, you're kind of in the running for it.
Yeah, it's been a pretty long year, to put it mildly. You know, some ups and downs with kind of the recovery with the back, but yeah, it's a special place. I mean, it's you know, even though it's kind of a really cool venue, and the fact that even though like it's house line, you don't even realize it sometimes just because of how big the trees are right along the edge of the property. So you almost kind of feel like you're almost in a field sometimes. So it's a special place. I mean, you know, I've busted my tail for 3 or 4 months and hadn't got much out of it. But you know, hard work and a good attitude, eventually the good stuff's going to come, and it's nice to do it on a place that obviously I really love.
For you, really for everybody in the field right now with Hideki out in front, how do you tackle Sunday? Is it just go do what you do and see what happens?
Yeah, I go do my business. I finished second to Hideki quite a few times, so I enjoy chasing him. He's a great dude. He's a heck of a player. He's doing it again. You know, so I just got to go about my business tomorrow. You know, today was kind of weird. You know, I don't think I've ever played this place with a west wind, and it was kind of bouncing around all over the place too. You know, some holes that maybe would have been in off the right were playing down off the right. So it was I mean, it was kind of a, you know, even though there's some low scores, it was actually kind of a challenge to get your numbers right all day. So you know, I think it's kind of funny because I'm so used to the greens just being absolute glass that I actually have been leaving some putts short. So I won't be leaving any short tomorrow, that's for sure.
And lastly, you know what St. Jude means to this city, knows what it means to the tour. For a guy who's won here, when you walk around this course and see the signs and see the kids, can you even put into words what that means to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a foundation that my wife and I have donated. A lot of our charitable donations have gone to St. Jude, obviously, with not only with me winning, but you know, meeting some really cool kids along the way. You know, I met a little girl, Avery, on 11 on Wednesday, and we were talking about riding horses. My wife rides horses, and you know, she was smiling, happy to be there, and you wouldn't even know what you know, a girl like that's going through. So yeah, it's a special event for us. Not only that, you know, Fedex is our title sponsor of the season-long race, but St. Jude's a part of the title, and you know, every year FootJoy's always done something special with the shoes, and I've got those sitting in my office at home, you know, along with some of my trophies. And so you know, some really cute, funny things like having hippos on the back of my shoes, just because you know, a few years ago one of my little guys loved hippos, and I told him, you know, that a lot of our charitable donations go to, you know, animals in general, and we've actually got a couple of hippos that we've kind of donated to. So when people are asking, you know, man, what's the deal with the hippos? And, you know, I get to tell a story about that, but not only tell the story, but tell their story most importantly.
Well, after your lone bogey on 2, getting back-to-back birdies on 3 and 4, how important was that for you around to kind of get momentum back in track?
Yeah, you know, I didn't really hit it that – I mean, honestly, I hit 5 good golf shots on an easy hole, and that's just, like I said, that's just the wind's bouncing around all over the place today. So, you know, it's I think I've only had 2 5s on, or I guess 3 5s on the card all week. So I know I'm not going to need – I don't need to have a 5 on the card tomorrow if I want to have a chance. But, yeah, those are momentum boosters. Those are things that I've been missing for the last 3 months.
Your first tournament back here since your win in 2022. What's been the key to your success at this challenging course?
I just love this place. You know, there's some golf courses that fit your eye, and there's some that don't. And this is just a place that I've had a lot of success on. You know, a lot of really good ball strikers have won here through the years, which I think fits me, you know, to a T. But that being said, you still got to go up and step up and hit golf shots. You know, you can't miss hit golf shots around this place because, you know, even if what's Hideki, 16, maybe 17 under. Yeah, he's at 17 under, and so, you know, the scores are there, but, you know, one mistake on one hole and you're not making birdie.
Well, you came in sort of one of the, I guess you'd call it bubble guys at 49.
Sure.
Did your history here help coming in with that? And I mean, did you have a thought in mind about how you wanted to attack the golf course?
Yeah, I mean,
position?
honestly, I've played so poorly throughout the year that in reality, I've really just, this week in general, whether I made it or not, the fact that I had made it this far, you know, coming back after the surgeries, it was great to be back. It was a nice way of kind of everything coming back full circle, but by no means am I pleased with my position. So, yeah, it helps having the first playoff event on a golf course that you love, but, you know, regardless if I were to make it or not to, you know, next week, it's more about the big picture. You know, I've spent 3 to 4 months busting my tail. I've gotten absolutely nothing out of it. I've missed a bunch of cuts. I've played very inconsistent. So it's nice to put 3 rounds together, and I'm kind of looking at the bigger picture as opposed to next week.
Yeah. How would you describe the putting surfaces right now?
They're pretty bumpy, but I think it's just the fact that, you know, we had the double T. You know, you get a little wind and a little bumpy right now, and that's guys are going to start missing some putts, and so just had to be patient. You know, we had a bunch of putts today that I thought were going in dead center, and they either stopped or they bounced off to the side. But put a good roll on it. If it goes in the hole, great. If it doesn't, it is what it is.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks.